Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Harris, and this is the EdTech vlog. Still coming to you live from COVID-19 Wonderland? I don't know. Although things are starting to get better. So here in Asia, certain countries have started to open up a little bit. We're hearing rumors that the government is considering reducing some of the restrictions in a number of areas, and we've actually had schools in this region starting to open up permanently, which is excellent. Although I imagine the social distancing and some of the measures are still pretty heavily in place. But anyway, everything's starting to look positive. Maybe we're over the hump. Maybe we're doing a good job and getting towards the finish line at some point, and there is actually light at the end of this tunnel, which is exciting. But I wanted to talk to you about something specific, and that is related to technology and learning, and a pitfall that a lot of teachers fall into when they're kind of thrust into this heavy technology usage that I want to make sure that many of you can avoid. Because in this time it's very easy to hit this pitfall, and we don't want to do it because it doesn't give the right experience for you as a teacher or for the students. And that pitfall is running into kind of using the volume approach to learning when it comes to technology. So technology makes life a lot easier in terms of access, but that means that we can give longer activities or more repetition, or they can easily click the button 12 times as they can 2 times. And so what we find is a lot of these drill and practice kind of exercises or heavy task-oriented exercises tend to be things that teachers fall back on when they do a lot of or are required to do tech-heavy instruction. Now, this is not a great experience for students. The same way we wouldn't throw 15 worksheets in front of them, don't do that with the students now. And I'm starting to see this in certain schools where they think that the students are not engaged enough or they're not filling enough time, and so they just give them more. More is not good. More doesn't solve the problem. More in terms of more tasks, more complexity, or more problems in the homework. Like that doesn't do it. What we want is something that is engaging, right? Which puts a little bit of a challenge on the teachers. We also want something that is going to give some control to the students. Now, because we don't have to assess them in the same way, right, with the grades and the marks and the report cards, give them something that they can sink their teeth into and go from there. Maybe it's a multi-day project where you don't give them that many boundaries. You maybe just give them a rubric of, I want you to demonstrate this knowledge. So, like if you're teaching division, don't give them 30 problems. Say, tell me a story that has 5 different divisions in it, and do groupings or something like that. Or make a video yourself where you're telling me a story and you're teaching me about division. Give the students the control, don't give them more work. So think of it this way. In a classroom, we aim a lot for differentiation and individualization. You can do the same thing with the technology by even taking your hands off more. So don't give them more and more tasks, give them more and more control. This will solve the time problem, this solves the engagement problem, and it allows them to engage in some creativity and long-term work that really engages the affective, right? The emotional and the mental part of what you're trying to accomplish without having to kind of pile things on. So don't feel like you have to fill every minute of the day, fill their creative juices and have them go from there and experiment a little bit. So kind of the conclusion I'm drawing here is you're all very good teachers. And if you were there, you could take them through every single step, but you can't. So give them enough of a guide to take themselves and then let them go. If they fail, they fail. If they don't do something great, that's fine. We've already talked about feedback. You can give them really good feedback to help them understand exactly what they need to do to kind of come back to it or to guide them back. So what I'm suggesting is aim for those creative projects more than the heavy task projects. Creative instead of complex. Creative instead of complex. Anyway, if you're able to do that, I think students will be even more engaged. They'll have an even greater understanding, and you may find a few projects come out of this that you can use in the long term, which would be very exciting. Well, with that said, and having said that I've seen some more of these complex and task-heavy things, to be honest with you, it's just a point. It's a point of discussion. What I'm still seeing in every single class that I put my nose into and the schools that I talk to and the educators and professionals is that you are still all doing a wonderful job. So as I've said on the rest of these videos, and I will say again now, the work that you're doing is amazing. Keep it up. You're doing a good job, and your students are getting a lot out of what you're doing. And this goes for the teachers and the parents and the students. So thank you very much. Have a great day.